welcome everybody out to our event tonight, the Ron Paul Revolution Rally. And I wanted to give a big thanks to Nathan Shepard and his awesome music. It was really fantastic to hear him playing. We also want to give a big thanks to the owner of the Georgia Theater, Wilmot Green, who has been so wonderful and gracious to let us have our event here. We've had a lot of people contribute to this event, either by their time and their talents or their monetary donations to make sure we can get the band paid for, and the staff who's working the event. They've all been really fantastic. If you see a jar floating around, feel free to slip a couple dollars in. We're going to, I'll introduce myself. I guess I forgot to do that first. My name's Leah Hollett, and I'm one of the Jackson County coordinators. I'm the one who likes to talk a lot. The other Jackson County coordinator doesn't like to do it, so it got relegated to me. But next we're going to hear from the Clark County coordinator. His name is Carter Kessler. I'm looking for a yellow sweater. There he is. This way. Stage right. Is that the right direction? Yeah, there you go. Middle school drama will do a lot for a person in their later life. So I just wanted to briefly, again, thank everybody for coming out, and we'd like to get a real big turnout here, so if everybody will get on your smartphone or your dumb phone or whatever kind of phone you have, and let your friends know that we're having a party down here, and bring them on down so we can share some information with them. And here's Carter.
Hey everybody, my name's Carter. I've been the Clark County GOP grassroots coordinator here for the past 2 or 3 years. I got involved in the Liberty movement in 2007, and one of the proud things we like to say is that you never hear of a former Ron Paul supporter. That's right. So take a lot of pride in knowing that you're on the winning side of history. This is going to be a long fight. They're not going to give up power easily. But if we keep doing the right things and doing it the right way and bringing people in, we're going to gain our liberties back. We're going to restore this country, which is what this is all about. With that said, I want to give you all a little breakdown of what's going on in the county. We have 24 precincts in Athens-Clarke County. It's split in between 2 congressional districts, the new 9th and the old 10th. So we have an open seat in the northern 2 or 3 precincts. So we need to get involved with that congressional race. And then we've also got Paul Brown, who's an incumbent, who's actually pretty friendly towards Liberty. He hadn't quite come around all the way. But why we're here is so that we can get organized and we can get efficient at putting pressure on these people. If they do something we don't like, we need to punish them. And if they do something we do like, we need to support them. And that goes all the way from the congressional candidates on down to our local sheriff and our county commissioners. So what we're going to do going forward past this Super Tuesday is we're going to get organized, and we're going to map out the political landscape and the actions that's going on. Like I said, from county commissioners to state reps to federal laws, to even, God forbid, the UN coming in here and telling us how to run this state. So yeah, the UN's no good. But anyway, so I've told you we've got 24 precincts in this county, and that we've got it divided into 2 congressional districts. We have 2 state senators, Bill Calsert and Frank Ginn, who they'll both be up for election. We have 3 state representatives. They'll all be up for election. Like I said, we have 1 county sheriff. Right now we have 10 county commissioners, and we have 2 political parties. I'm encouraging everybody to join the Georgia GOP, the Athens-Clarke County GOP. This past month, we had our mass precinct meetings where we had 56 delegates awarded amongst the 24 counties. And we did really, really well. By my count, we got 40 some odd of the delegates, which is good. But what we want is we want all of the delegates, okay? And the way we do that is we show up more than they show up. But this Saturday, we're having our county convention. And at the county convention, we whittled down the precinct delegates to county delegates to represent the county at the district and state conventions. And the reason why this is important is because at these national conventions where we'll choose our presidential nominee, a lot of delegates are bound by their primary results. A lot of states are not bound by their primary results, and that's what the media won't tell you. For instance, in Iowa, it was reported that Rick Santorum won the popular vote, and maybe he did. But of the 15 delegates that are going to be pushed on from Iowa to Tampa, he's not going to get any because all the Ron Paul supporters are the ones who stay the longest, show up the earliest, and stay involved. So we need to do that here in Georgia. They're doing it in Washington, they're doing it in Maine, they're doing it in Alaska, they're doing it in Hawaii, and they're assuming that you all are too happy and too preoccupied to get involved with your own lives here in Georgia. So we need to send a big statement to them that we do care and that we are going to get involved. With that being said, I also kind of wanted to talk about what contrasts us from the other people who are also in the GOP and who I'm asking you to come out and support me and everyone else in countering them. We obviously believe in liberty. That means we don't believe in public safety. Now, that being said, yes, there is a public, but you are the master and commander of your own life, okay? There's no government agent, no government official who's going to care more about your life than you. And they introduce a giant moral hazard into the equation, whether it's the Securities and Exchange Commission or the FDA or the Department of Education, and they say, you don't have to worry about this. This is our responsibility. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't believe those people, okay? We need to do these things for ourselves, for our futures, and for one another. Not because it's the law, but because it's the right thing to do. That's right. So, Newt Gingrich. Does anybody like Newt Gingrich? That's what I thought. Yeah. Well, Newt Gingrich is a collectivist, okay? Just like Barack Obama. He thinks that we are all in this together. No one can escape this union that we're in, and that because of this, you know, we have to have the IRS, which presupposes that everything you earn is the state's, and they then decide what you can keep based on what class you're in. Rick Santorum, he's another collectivist. Again, him, Newt Gingrich, and Barack Obama, they all subscribe to the idea that we're all in one giant collective, and that collective is more important than you or any other individual. It's the same ideology that ruled Europe when we were starting this country, the notion that it's their responsibility to keep us safe from ourselves and to protect us from all dangers. That is fundamentally un-American. And somewhere along the way, we lost track of that, and we kind of fell victim to this notion of progressivism, where we let our guard down, and we said, okay, well, just a little bit of collectivism to help the poor and the downtrodden. Well, I know that they had great intentions, but look at the results. So here we are. The economy's getting worse. Things are getting more stagnant. The wars haven't quit. They've escalated. And the only way we're going to change it, the only way we're going to stop it, is if we can proudly promote the message of liberty, individual responsibility, constitutional government, sound money, and a non-interventionist foreign policy. Yeah, that's right, and the Fed. The Fed is terrible. It's despicable. It has no place in a constitutional republic among free people. It'll be 100 years in 2013 that the Fed's been up and running. And of course, nobody will interject this subject into the campaign except for Ron Paul and except for ourselves. And before I leave you, I just want you all to know that I'm really happy that you all came out. I'm honored that you all would take the time out of your day to get involved. This is important. This is just the beginning. We're going to grow this movement. You know, like Ron Paul says, once you understand the message of liberty, you now have an obligation to do something about it. You can't just go back to your couch and be apathetic anymore. You've got to go out. You've got to quit talking internally, turn around, and push the message out externally. So thanks, everybody, for showing up. Make sure that we get your contact information so that we can stay in touch with you. And don't be afraid to tell people you believe in liberty. Thank you.